rarely see this in the NFL.
We've got breaking news out of the NFL where the Dolphins are trading Jalen Ramsey to the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the latest from our Jonathan Jones. As part of the deal, the All-Pro corner will receive a $1.5 million raise this upcoming season. Ramsey has spent the past 2 years in Miami, racking up 5 picks and 82 tackles in 2024. After a contract dispute with the Fins, he and general manager Chris Greer mutually agreed to work on trade options back in April. Ramsey is the second big addition the Steelers have made at corner this offseason, along with Super Bowl champion Darius Slay. We now bring in our lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones, to talk a little bit more about this trade. And JJ, this was something we expected at some point, but now it happens. What can you tell us?
So the Dolphins, for some reason, decided to give Jalen Ramsey a raise last year after Pat Surtain became the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. Jalen Ramsey had already been that. They had acquired Jalen Ramsey, obviously from the Rams, and then they decided, okay, let's go ahead and pay him on top of that. They didn't need to, and that deal aged poorly. Not because of his play necessarily, but because the team and Jalen Ramsey just kind of stopped seeing eye to eye. That became extremely clear as the season wore on. And then, of course, in the offseason, or rather in spring workouts, when he was given an excused absence from head coach Mike McDaniel, while other Dolphins were not necessarily participating in that deal, or excuse me, in minicamp, Jalen Ramsey was given that excused absence while the Dolphins worked out a potential trade partner. This could have happened perhaps back at the Combine. Could have happened before the draft. No real takers. And now, in the sort of quiet period in the NFL, as folks are all on vacation, they do a deal, the Pittsburgh Steelers with the Miami Dolphins, to get Jalen Ramsey. And I just got a text confirming the news that in return for Jalen Ramsey, the Miami Dolphins are getting Minkah Fitzpatrick in return. So this is a player-for-player swap. We rarely see this in the NFL. You see it in baseball, you see it in basketball. You don't really see it in football. But Minkah Fitzpatrick, who was drafted by the Miami Dolphins in 2018 in the first round, then goes to Pittsburgh, had been playing safety for Pittsburgh, now heading back to Miami. And in this player-for-player swap, Jalen Ramsey now going to play for Mike T and the Pittsburgh Steelers.